Hello.
Excuse me?
I can... Hello, wife? Hey, you're on speakerphone. Hello?
On the way home.
All right. What's your ETA?
I don't know yet. I'll call you when I get over the bridge.
All right, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
He just released me.
Cool.
I'm not gonna get on my phone until she's done.
Found ourselves a decent spot here.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
There it is. There it is. Hey, TJ.
Hey, how we going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, listen, I have one last thing to do. Take me like a minute and a half, and I'll be right back, okay? And then I'm all set.
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't know what's up with Tristan. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Did I ever tell you about that bank job in Tennessee? It was me, Limpy Pete, and Phil McClary. Managed to get ourselves locked in the safe after a weekend of nature. The stench in there knocked the clerk on his back as he opened the door, and we managed to escape. Neither Pete nor Phil really got out to run. They got picked up and get to town and hanged the next day, which seemed harsh to me. Give Maggie my regards when you next see her, would you? Quite a woman, that one. Quite a woman indeed. Have fun out there.
All right, I'm all set.
ready to play?
Yes, sir. You see that waypoint?
I do indeed.
Follow that. We're gonna go to my speakeasy, run a wagon of whiskey, and then we'll go hunt some people, like Trons, like for money.
Okay.
Not abusing people. Not right now. Not if it's my posse. Although I'm open to it if you, you know, want to run a posse a little bit.
Do you think Tristan will come on?
I don't know. It's not really like him to ghost like that. So what I'm thinking is he's sleeping. He has like the sleeping schedule of like a 14-year-old boy in the summer. You know, he's probably sleeping right now, but I don't really know. So I sent him a gift that said "Shame on you," and that's all I can do. How was your night?
Yeah, no, I didn't get much sleep.
You still monitor the people who don't know how to sleep?
No, I don't do that anymore.
You know, I don't have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right.
I don't have issues sleeping anymore. I have my entire life up until maybe two years ago or so. I got it sorted. And I don't have a whiskey wagon to run, so we're just gonna go hunt people.
Am I supposed to go in this?
You can come
here?
have a drink, and that'll boost your stats a little bit. You can have a drink in this world, right?
Now we wait.
I can. Yeah. I'm in a. Maggie, where am I drinking?
Oh, come downstairs. Yeah, go downstairs through the door. You'll see a set of stairs. It's like a secret drinking place, speakeasy. We're gonna have one open up in my town. You know about Prohibition, right? And over here, in the 20s and 20s to 30s, the speakeasies were the like the secret bars where you had to have you had to know the code word, and then they let you in through the secret door. Because everybody drank, probably more people drank during Prohibition, I would bet. People like to do things they're told they can't do. But ours is going to be an ice cream parlor, and it's not even going to have an ad or a sign for the bar. And then you go through the freezer, I believe, and it'll be a bar. Come over here.
Where's that at?
It's going to be here in Lafayette. It's opening, I think, late this year.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Like a family ice cream parlor in the front and whiskey in the back. Let's see. There it is. Serve customer. And this will just give you a little stat boost, and then we'll go. Serve myself. And then cheers, buddy. To the United States of America. I was thinking, you know how you were saying Australia is the greatest country in the world? You guys seem to have maybe spotty internet, and are your lights bound to your internet service?
What?
Are your lights like turning the lights
lights?
off? Yeah, because didn't you message me and say you couldn't turn your lights off because of the internet?
Oh, that's not because of something Australian. That's because I have all hue lights in my house.
You have what lights?
Hue lights? You know the IoT lights?
I do not.
Okay, so I have internet connected light bulbs in all of my lights, and
Oh, so like you can like turn them on with your phone or something?
with my phone or with my voice, you just walk into a room and say lights, and it turns them on.
Okay. And you lose the
internet-
ability to turn them off and on when the internet's down?
Yeah. So the internet went down randomly and for a whole day, so I couldn't turn the lights on and off.
They don't have a manual switch?
There's a manual switch, but I've taped them all down so that they can't be used.
Why would you do that?
So I taped them all down so that nobody was going to turn them off accidentally, so that everything still continues to work. Does that make sense? So like, if you turn the bulb needs to have power going to it 24 hours a day. To be able to turn itself on and off by voice. So if you turn it off, then
everything has to be rebooted. I see.
Yeah. So I just taped everything down.
I have a light switch taped down in my room, or in my girl's studio room, because it's kind of a shorting, you know. Because when we bought this house, it's kind of older, and I don't want them turning it off and on. So I taped it down so they quit doing it until I get around to changing it out myself, which I will do eventually. Are you to me?
You can't change. Yeah. You know you can't do any of that sort of work in Australia. Like that, you can't change your own. Do any of your own electrical work.
That's surprising, but it's not shocking. I mean, that sounds like you're not all that free. I don't believe anyone is really free at all. I mean, you can't really be free and exist as part of a community. But that, to me, is beyond the pale. That's another argument about how my nation state is better than yours.
Well, see, I think it makes sense, because otherwise you'd have a bunch of yahoos changing their light bulbs out. And
we have yahoos doing it here. Were y'all really that not incapable? I mean, it's not that big of a deal to do it.
I mean, when we brought in those laws, the amount of houses that burnt down reduced. So, I mean, that's the benefit of it. There's fewer houses burning down.
There certainly is a payoff of security when you give up, autonomy, or like freedom. A played out word, but yeah, sure, I believe that. But I mean, my house wouldn't burn down, and I'd rather be able to change my own light bulb without having my door kicked in, and sacrifice a few people who can't pull it off.
You can change your own light bulbs. You just there's a point at which it becomes, an electrician has to do this. You can't do it yourself.
Sure.
You can't pull the wires out of the wall and start doing electrical work on those wires.
Yeah. That's
there's a balance there, there's a balance between freedom and what is too free, I guess. You always have to make that balance, and every country decides on their own what they think that balance should be based on their own culture, and for us that works. It's not a huge big deal for anyone really, and it's not like somebody's going to bust in your door or anything if you did do something. It's like if you change something, who's going to actually know? Nobody, unless your house burns down, and then in which case then you get a fine. You know what I mean? So it's only when
I don't agree. I don't think
something bad happens.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hey wife, I got you on speakerphone. What's up?
Hey, 92628.
All right, sounds good. I reckon I love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. No, I feel you on the balance thing. That's why I say no one is really free unless they're like a hermit, We're bound to our community somehow. But I think I'm starting to realize that I know we always say, America is exceptional and we're different from everybody else. But I think we might have like a lot of things like that where we get to do shit that other people don't get to do. And it probably stems from the whole frontier thing, where like we're supposed to be independent and not need other people or whatnot. Oh, I was thinking about how you said it's not a big deal to change your name over there. You know what I bet that's from? I bet I know. Oh, I want that deer. I think it's from you guys being descended from criminals. you know, the murderers and the rapists and all, and they probably were like very accepting of just changing your name all willy-nilly. That deer got away from me. What do you think? Come on, to me, this is a little bit time sensitive. The waypoint. Hello, are you with me?
Okay, am I back? Hello, hello. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. I didn't realize you were gone.
Yeah, no, I installed a noise gate so that I didn't have that annoying hum in the background of my microphone, and that program, the noise gate program, keeps crashing. I'm not sure why.
Well, you are clear as a
Maybe
bell
have a look into that.
right now. Did you hear what I was saying though about like you guys getting to change your name?
I could hear you. I could hear you. Yeah, no, I don't think it stems from that at all. I think it's more just, you know, it's one of those trivial things. It's a, you know, it's a similar story for the UK and for most of the you know, Commonwealth nations. I think it's just, you know.
What do you think does stem from being descended from the criminals?
I mean, most of Australia really isn't. That's a misunderstanding. I mean, there is obviously a convict basis for Australia, but it wasn't like it was all convicts coming here.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So like in the same way that, you know, when the US was formed, it was very cheap land and people came over to settle and all of that sort of stuff. The same sort of happened here. It was very, very cheap to buy a lot of land, and we had a lot of settlers come from the UK and from the United Kingdom, and
I think you're supposed to call them colonists now.
Well, I mean, yeah. So for Australia, we had, what was different about us was up until 1960s, we had a white Australia policy. So up until that point, it was really only people from the UK who were allowed to come here. So we didn't have the whole, where the US has this history of colonies from many different European nations forming, you know, their own states and having different states based on different European backgrounds. We don't have that. It all came from one monocultural background until, you know, around 1964 when things changed.
Yeah, that stuff is great for cohesion, like in getting along, not having a divisive society. I bet. I mean, I'm speculating here.
I mean, it meant that I don't know. Like we
Hey,
had a rough time when we allowed immigration. You know, like when the White Australia policy started to go away, you had a lot of people against that idea because they didn't want people from other parts of Europe, and it was a slow, soft reduction of the White Australia policy over many decades. So,
I always thought
you keep going.
I always thought the Icelanders, when they imprisoned all their bankers after the 08 recession, I always thought that was because like they're all the same, so it's easy for them to like come to a consensus. Again, that's speculation.
I think there's benefits and negatives to monocultures versus multicultures. I think Australia is a richer place because we're multicultural now and because we have such a diverse background of people, but I don't know.
But I mean, you married.
There are obviously benefits to. There are obviously benefits to a monocultural society as well.
You married an English woman, right?
I did.
How'd she end up in Australia?
I
Like
guess
she immigrated?
moved here.
Why would anyone do that? I mean, like, did you go on vacation and like just really like it, or hey, come get this, pick this up? Well, never mind. I don't want to ask you to speak for her.
What am I picking up?
Well, look, click both your analogs down like buttons, You should see something flash. It's like yellow or whatnot. And then I think our mark is right in here. He is not. You know, another thing I bet that we have on Australia is we're a much more fertile continent.
What do you mean?
Like animals, you know, aren't y'all like just snakes and lizards and scorpions for most of it, except on the coasts? Is that not true? Is that another misconception?
Another misconception. No, we're not all snakes and lizards. No, Australia has a very rich wildlife flora.
Well, y'all got those platypuses.
Many of our species can't be found anywhere else in the world.
Sure, I know that. I just thought that most of it was like desert, not wasteland. You see how I didn't call it wasteland this time?
Look, just because it's desert doesn't mean it's arid. It's lifeless.
No, but like a rainforest is more fertile than a desert. I mean, like as far as like amount of biomass.
Not really. I mean, in terms of you know, people always go on about the fact that we have the 20 most deadly species in the world, but the reason many of those species are so deadly is because they live in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the country, where there isn't ready access to you know, immediate health care, where you know, it takes hours to get to see a doctor, let alone somebody who may have, you know, an airlift, or somebody who may have some kind of anti-venom. So
Right, but the animals don't.
Really, where that comes from.
The animals don't have to go to the doctor.
No, they just die, right? Like if they get bitten by one of those sort of animals, they just die, right?
Sure. If an animal gets bit by another animal, yeah, I would think they would just die. I mean, because that's what it's designed for. It's to kill. Well, I better get my horse. We're running out of time. What is? Do you see something? Something like yellow, sparkly? I looked for it. I thought it was glitching out. Can you triangle on it?
This bedroll thing?
It's got to be lit up with a triangle. Okay, I got it. This way. We're running out of time, but once we find him, we'll get our time reset. And I think
what are we trying to find exactly?
A man, Clyde. His name's Clyde Turner. You can follow his trail if you double-click your analogs the way that other thing lit up.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, I got him.
Jackass, you need to leave. Son of a bitch.
Shit.
Run, you idiots.
So did you hear the rumors about GTA 6?
I did not.
So
I know. Well, I heard a rumor like a year ago, and it's something I want to believe, so I believe it. But I did hear that like we're going to be able to keep our avatars, if not like keep our avatars and all the stuff we have, and that the city will be the city of Liberty City will be bound to this new city by an interstate system, so you can go back and forth. And although you won't keep your experience and stuff in the new city, whenever you go back, you'll be able to keep your experience, and maybe you can bring your vehicles and stuff over to the new one. Although I'm not sure. It's been a minute. And that sounds wildly ambitious, but I hope it's true. What rumor did you hear?
So there's a paste bin.
To hell with all that.
A what? A paste?
A paste bin? Do you know what a paste? So like an open document on the internet that anyone can access.
Okay.
That purports to be from. Purports to be from QA testers from Rockstar. So the people who Rockstar pays to play the game to make sure it's working during development.
Okay.
And they reckon that it's going to be a huge map. It will be 40 times larger than GTA 5 is now. 40
Wow.
times.
That's pretty big.
It's going to be 4 states. This is what they say. They say it will be San Andreas, which we currently have, but it will be much bigger. There'll be a Midwest state. There will be a Liberty City, and there'll be Wade County, which will feature Vice City.
Wow. That sounds pretty cool.
They reckon that each of the states will also have their own laws in terms of weapon laws, traffic laws, drug and alcohol laws, and that as you move between states, those laws will change.
Very neat. That's easy to believe because, like, if you think about it, GTA 5 is coming up on a decade of, like, still being a viable game. So they're probably wanting a game that's going to at least keep people occupied for a decade, I would think. I think they said they wanted this game to be viable for a decade.
I mean, GTA made, what was it, $12 billion, billion with a B. They wanted this game to be another moneymaker the same way. The rumor here is that GTA 5 will stop development, so all of your stuff from GTA 5 dumps. So it sticks to GTA Online there, and they go move over to a new one. And that makes sense to me because Rockstar is all about trying to make you pay as much money.
Yeah, restart.
As they can get you to pay. Yeah.
It'll also discourage a lot of people if they if people coming in with Apaches and like you've got like a bicycle, you know, that could be discouraging.
Exactly, right? So like if you have people that have been playing GTA 5 for a long time and then they play the new one, it could be discouraging. You're right. So yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. They reckon that it will be 226 gigs.
That's pretty big, I guess.
Well, to put that into perspective, GTA 5 currently is 85 gigs, so it's quite a large.
And you said two what?
226 gigs.
So what? That's almost 3 times as large, huh? Or is it?
Yeah.
Let's do another bounty.
It's more than.
Yeah? Go ahead. That's pretty big.
Where you've gone to. There you are. It is. It's huge. I also heard Rockstar has just started hiring new developers as well, which just adds to the idea that they're working on it. We should apparently hear something around the middle of the year regarding it. I also heard another rumor that it might be a PS5 exclusive.
Oh, I would think that's probably a given. I would be very surprised if it's available on the PS4. I mean, I know they say it's going to be backward. Yeah, well, that wouldn't be backwards compatible. Wouldn't apply to that. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it.
What I mean is. So no. So I don't mean backwards compatibility. I mean.
No, I understand. Wait. Oh, really? Oh, I hope so. I'm not.
So you'd have to be a PlayStation 5 player to play it.
That would surprise me as well. But I'm all about like excluding Xboxers.
Well, that was another thing I wanted to talk about today. So.
Hey, get this card right here. Get this card, and I'm listening. I'm gonna go in and start killing the gang.
Where's the? Oh yeah. So there was a tweet that went out from. There was a tweet that went out. Okay, so Ed Boon, the guy who created Mortal Kombat and Injustice.
Yeah, they named Noob Sabat after him.
So they, he made a Twitter poll just gone by, asking what gamers, you know, like most in a console. And exclusivity was the last on the list. People were not about that. They were all about affordability and...
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have asked that question. I mean, that's a
Nobody's
yeah.
into exclusives.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything for you. All it does is affect other people in a negative way. I do it. I mean, I don't like Xbox because I have my own personal weird reasons. But I mean, I would think that I'd go ahead and assume that anyone that really, most people outside of me that give a shit one way or another are just assholes. I swore an
I don't
oath.
think I'll be with...
I'm sorry?
This is my my first PlayStation system. I think it'll be my last PlayStation.
I thought you might get a second one so that your wife could play with us.
Oh no, I mean in terms of next generation, I don't think I'll go for.
So our this thing we've got going on is going to be finite.
I don't think so. I think, you know, crossplay is now a major thing and it's improving constantly. I mean, Sony tried to hold it. Where are you?
I'm just killing them as they come.
On top of all of the markers. And I can't...
Oh, you need to come down into the mines. Yeah, I'm down in the mines. You got to go like 3 levels down.
Can I get in here? Yeah, I don't think that Sony takes security very seriously. I get so much message spam. Do you get a lot of message spam on?
I mean, I get some, yeah. I ignore it. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sometimes that's women that think that I'm cute. Sometimes it's people wanting to sell me shit. I mean, they're not real women. But, it doesn't bother me. I don't really. I don't really.
Do you think that they could do more to stop the spam?
Oh, I mean, sure, sure, but it doesn't bother me because I just ignore it. I mean, but yeah, I'm sure they could. Now we're gonna loot these bodies. Oh no, we gotta. If you want to stay here, all these X's. If you double click your thing, the ones that can be looted will light up in yellow. It would be lucrative for you to loot them all. I'm gonna take back the bounty. Whoa! Oh man, in the back. There's a negative crew in here.
Yeah, I found that out. I was bending over it.
Well, we're gonna just I guess the bounty's a wash because I won't be able to deal with them and run him back. But I'm gonna try to kill these motherfuckers now. Man, and that's who you want to be, right? Shooting people in the back.
I don't want to shoot them in the back. I want to shoot them in the front. I just like the whole interaction.
Yeah, you like conflict.
I mean, it's not that I like conflict. I like the challenge of, especially when it's a player that's a higher level than me. I like the challenge of trying to beat them.
I like that in like my MMA game. I mean, I can appreciate that in one-on-one games that are designed just to pit skill, but
that's what I'm on. Hey, did you hear that Rockstar? A few days ago, they had a girls' game lab. Had a bunch of little girls come in and into Rockstar and talk to them about what they would like in video games.
no, that's super cool. I killed that guy that shot me in the back, in the face directly, like yeah. Yeah, I'm better than he is. At least there's that. It's possible that I might be able to. Go ahead.
What sort of games do you think Rockstar will
Make for girls? I don't know, man. My Little Pony. It's hard to say.
I feel like they're trying to make their already established games more female inclusive, as opposed to games dedicated just to girls. Right?
This guy.
'Cause that would, you know, if you have a game that's dedicated just to girls, then you have a very
Get behind me, TJ. Get behind me to slow this guy up. I'm sorry. What if we had got games for girls?
If we had girls games that were just girls. Where is he?
He's above us. All right, I got him again. Games that are just for girls. What? Yeah, you did. You did.
If there were games that were just girls and nothing else, then you know they didn't attract male audiences as well, then they would.
Seems
be
a little
less
sexist.
profitable. You know what I mean? Like I think that they
Go engage that guy.
Try to incorporate.
Slow up that guy. I'm listening. I don't want to.
Like, no, you're right.
Yeah, I think it would be less profitable.
And you know I think Rockstar are very much the new EA, right? They're very much all about where is the profit and how do we maximize that profit.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what all their company, right?
I mean that's true, but I mean there's a company that maximizes profit that does so in a reasonable or ethical way, and that maximizes it and care about the company or anyone.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Sorry, there's a company that you know cares about what happens with the decisions they make from a social standpoint, from a consumer-based standpoint. Oh, here's that guy.
He can't hurt us right here because, well,
Why is he blue?
I don't know, because he hasn't hurt us yet.
He's like kind of shadowed out.
Yeah, that's because you're shadowed out. If you get too close, if you get close enough to like this police station, then you ghost out and you can't be harmed. He's just raw because we killed him a couple times. Zen us all. He doesn't seem to have very much zen. Oh, he killed you, huh?
I just died.
Okay. No, you got a little too far out, I guess. I'm gonna kill him. Oh, he's got the cops on him now. Alright, he's gonna come back, I'm sure, because he seems fixated on us. But I know he has an interest, so I can deal with him. What he doesn't know is that I have my red eye, dead eye, acts as a shield. It's maxed out, so he could deal damage to me. He's likely not going to kill me unless he shoots me directly in the head. Let's ride south. Well, hey, you know, just because they invited a bunch of little girls doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to like start making games that are only for little girls. Although,
no, I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to widen their player base for their existing games, so that they can incorporate more female players. Because they get the positive social feedback of being inclusive, but they get the ultimate positive of, you know, a wider play base who are more likely to spend money.
It seems like
Really, that's what
the
it
more you appeal to little girls, the less you might appeal to me. But I don't know. I don't know
I mean,
if
I
that's
guess
true.
It's about striking that balance, right? So
I reckon
maybe-
that is true.
you know, maybe adding in more customizability, or maybe adding in the ability to, you know, have a static camp, and you can decorate that camp more extensively.
Well, I like the idea of
something
that.
like that, right? So like that sort of thing might appeal more to little girls, or, you know, teenage girls, and perhaps it will appeal to some males, and perhaps it won't. And, you know, I think it's about striking that balance and finding ways where they can incorporate those things into their games, such that they really are widening that player base without, you know, disrupting their existing player base. Are we supposed to be going upstairs?
No, I was just no, I'm right here. You should clean your guns. I was just I'm right here. I came and got collected from the post office, and I just wanted you to clean your gun so you're accurate, and I will kind of hang out with an eye out in case that jerk comes back. I hope he comes back. I'd like to kill him a couple more times, especially since he, you know, engaged us. He does have it coming.
I mean, we could just go find him.
Man, that might prove like a time suck, because he won't pop on the map once he gets far away enough, and his aggression has cooled down, his avatar. Unless he starts killing other people, then he'll pop. But I wanted to look at his level. Oh, he left. He's not. His name was Zen. Zen us all. And he didn't have Zen. You got them all cleaned up?
I do indeed.
Okay, let's think. Let me think for 1 second. Let's do another bounty. There's a board right here. Wilson Peck. I think games are going to move away from me anyway, so because I'm going to likely to age out, you know. Not age out of gaming, but age out of like who they're trying to appeal to. I imagine.
Maybe. I mean, I think that there's a growing audience of senior gamers that, I mean, now gaming has become a bigger industry than music and film and literature.
Is that right? Wow.
So it's a growing audience of senior citizens who are interested in gaming, and I think as our generation age, they're going to take that gaming interest with them, and games will continue to be made because it's something that, you know, expendable income is you know, that we can spend it on. So they want that income, right? They want as much of our money as they can get.
Sure. And I bet the old timers are gonna, as the VR improves, that'd be something that the old timers would just be all about.
Yeah, you don't have to. But it's also like the really, like, at the moment it's all the Nintendo-y sort of weird stuff where you move around a lot. So yeah, I guess the VR is really where it's at, right? So the more you can move around,
The future's definitely going to be the VR, I think, without a doubt. Oh, and
I think AR is probably might take over more. I don't know.
no, you're right. I always forget about that. Hey, look, inside this outhouse is another card. these are money. I mean, these are easy money. They're the least amount of money they'll be worth is like $7. So anytime you see something glowing like that, I know where a lot of them are now, but it's a good practice to just double click your analog every once in a while. Just keep an eye out for them. Oh, I didn't mean to get on your horse. Yeah, the augmented reality, I think is going to become, I think it's going to become just a part of everyday life, and I suppose that gaming and everyday life could kind of merge to a degree if augmented reality really does become part of everyday life and AR does kind of take precedent in gaming.
I think you're right. I think it probably will become. I mean, look, your phone is now going to have an AR component. It's a major part of it. Google Maps has now got an AR system they're bringing in, so it's going to become an everyday part of life.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Unless we get like, unless it all just stops, that isn't likely to happen.
It's a possibility.
Sure, yeah, we could get a collapse or something, or like something could be coming that we just can't really comprehend or imagine.
I mean, there's some pretty big things in this, right? So like we touched on last time, there's the aging population, that's pretty massive. And we've got and the aging population we have now is not compared to when the millennials.
Yeah, they're much bigger than the Xers. What generation are you?
They're much bigger. They're much bigger than baby boomers. I'm just in Gen X.
You're barely in Gen X?
Yeah, only just.
We're the best.
But, millennials are like massive compared to baby boomers.
Oh, I know.
Quite
Yeah, I know.
so
And that's everything, man. Demographics. Go ahead. When they start to age?
That's going to be an even bigger problem, right? All we did was create, because the millennials were a baby boom because of the fact that we were trying to make up for natural growth turning to immigration, and all we ended up doing was create a bigger problem.
Well, I mean, it's better than a super small generation. I mean, isn't that what Japan's dealing with? I mean, that's like a lot of people means economic power, doesn't it?
For a certain, I mean, the economy requires exponential growth, right? So it needs to constantly be growing, otherwise it stalls and fails.
Right. And then you become a victim, or you got to have economic power. You got that, dude?
I don't know. Are you in a mine again?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
Get in the mine.
There's a big door or a big cave opening at the end of the waypoint, but that waypoint's probably gone now. I have our mark, though. And we have 10 minutes.
I feel like these new streaming services, gaming services, might end up taking over.
Or you mean like all gaming is streaming?
I'm like Google, GeForce Now, and they've got Google Stadia, and Microsoft has their one.
Yeah, I don't. So I really don't really know what you're talking about right now. I know what Twitch is. Is that the same thing as Twitch?
No. Do you know what Google Stadia is?
I do not.
So there's these new. I mean, they've been around for a long time. Do you remember Livefire game?
No.
Console.
No, sir.
In the early 2000s? No. All right. So Google Stadia and GeForce Now. And there's a Microsoft offering as well. I think Sony's got an offering that they're going to be bringing to market soon as well. they allow you to subscribe to this service, and instead of having physical PC or a physical console,
streaming games. Yes, sir. I know.
Yeah,
The PlayStation has one of that. In fact, I think they're running a free trial of it right now.
I thought they were bringing something to market. Yeah.
It's called PS Now.
I feel like. Okay, so it's kind of like. Equal. Yeah, so I feel like that might take over. You know, it's early days right now. Adoption's going to take a little while, but I feel like that might eventually take over.
Well, again, I would think that's definitely going to happen. I mean, I know that like they still somewhere out there they're still printing, you know, CDs for music and movies, but pretty much movies and music have become streaming, and I think I don't see how gaming could really avoid that. I guess I would be very surprised.
There's that benefit of, you know, like you can suddenly play Red Dead on, you know, we could be playing it right now on the, you know, at home on a TV, and then go, oh, we need to go out, but not have to stop anything. We can just transfer it to like a cell phone or something and keep playing without missing a beat.
Well, plus, like I know, like you know, 20 years ago, I know all of my peers were very much into like collecting collecting media. Like, this is my movie collection, and this is my row or stack of CDs. I don't think people give a shit about that anymore. Like, I mean,
I still have my big wall of CDs in a box in storage. I haven't seen them, like I haven't used them for years. I don't think I even have a CD player. A means to play them. I hold on to them.
Yeah, I don't. I went to someone's house 6 months ago or so, and her boyfriend had like just rows and rows of like DVDs and stuff out, and I just remember thinking, to me, I thought it was just strange, archaic. But I don't think there's anyone that's like doing that today. Like, I mean, like, I just can't imagine there's people who are like, yeah, I gotta have this copy of this movie, and that just like, I mean, how many copies of like a contemporary movie do you think are gonna sell? Like the Joker.
I don't know. They always have. They still bring them out. They bring out the Blu-ray. They bring out the DVD release. I mean,
it's got to be dying though.
Bringing out DVD releases, right?
It's got to be dying though. It's got to be.
They still go out for premium prices. I mean, some of them hit been pretty quickly, but others don't. Are we supposed to? What are we supposed to be doing here?
Delivering this.
Kind of a wagon.
We have to deliver our mark to this wagon. You're at the right place. And he's delivered.
I sure hope this one ain't a talker. And here's your prize.
Yeah, buddy. $24 gold cents. You're getting that money, TJ. That gold money.
Am I getting it too?
Oh, you should be, absolutely. Yeah. You're in my crew, aren't you?
I feel like DVDs and Blu-ray still a thing, because if I had JB Hi-Fi, or if I head over to Hardman, or any of the big box stores in Australia, they still have whole sections just for movies and TV shows.
Huh. Well, we don't really. The only place I know that still sells DVDs, or I'm sorry, CDs, music CDs, is Barnes and Noble, and they even have they still have their little listening stations set up, and I figured it must be like they must just have like somebody that's like 80 years old, you know, run as their CEO. I thought I was shocked that they still have that.
It really have CDs still out.
Yeah.
CDs, don't get me wrong. I'm saying DVDs and Blu-ray.
Wait, I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
We don't have CDs. We have Blu-rays and DVDs, but CDs are out. Hey, well, where?
Yeah, there's a whole little section. You can't buy a CD in Australia?
I think so. Let's have a quick look. Hand at Xfinity apparently still. No, they sell DVDs. They sell vintage records. Amazon. Amazon's the only place you can buy a CD.
Yeah, and that's not even like that. Do y'all have brick Amazons, brick and mortar Amazons?
No.
Yeah.
We only got actual official Amazon last year.
Oh wow, man, Amazon, like we buy everything from Amazon, like except for like basically our groceries. And it's just
Some people
so
buy those
easy.
from Amazon too.
Yeah, I guess so. It's something to be lamented, I guess. But it's just like I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna take to go pick something up when I can just have it delivered here and get it cheaper than I would have if I go hunt it. I understand what it's changing society. I know that.
I mean, we absolutely have an emphasis on online shopping here. We just haven't had Amazon until recently.
And yet,
I mean,
Australia is the best.
I mean, we are, right?
I mean, you can't change your own light bulbs, and you just now got access to Amazon. Maybe so. Maybe y'all are.
I mean, to be fair, you guys still can use checks. Right?
I mean, I can't write a check.
And you're not. I know a lot of people in the US are still writing checks.
Really?
You guys spell wrong, by the way.
Yeah, what would y'all have like an extra E or something in it?
No, check. Check is spelled CHEQUE.
Yeah. See, that's something that I like. Like, I like when people spell stuff differently or pronounce things differently. Around here, people really get upset about pecan and pecan. I like it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of diversity, but I like it. I really do. So, I think you're all spelling check just fine.
I mean, it's the French word as well.
That's weird. Y'all don't have a huge French influence, do you?
No, not at all. But it's because it's the original French way to spell it. It's the way that British people spell it as well, and we have a large British influence.
Right. Well, y'all are still under the crown, right? Y'all are still rolling out red carpets for the Queen if she comes by.
I mean, we do and we don't. Right?
I think red carpets are so offensive. I think your Queen is so offensive.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Just the idea of royalty. I mean, it all stems from like somebody butchered enough to where people kneeled in front of them, and now people roll out red carpets for them like they're too good to fucking walk on the ground. It's offensive. It really is. Y'all should be throwing rocks at your royalty, not rolling out red carpets.
I mean, to be fair, I'm a card-carrying member of the Australian Republic.
God bless you, TJ.
That's not to be confused with the Republican movement in the US.
No, it's an anti-royalist movement, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly. We want to become a republic, and I mean, for the most part, we are. We're everything but in name, really.
Sure, but it's symbolic, and symbols matter. They shape our world.
We're pretty sure that once the current queen dies, which is in a year now, really, she's 97 now. Once she dies, it will be very easy then to transition into the Republic. We have primers ready to rock and roll for when those guys have really pushed hard for a referendum to become a republic.
Well, Godspeed, man. I can't wish for anyone to die, but I hope y'all get out from underneath that crown. It seems to me like the royal family, the Windsors, is starting to fall apart on their own. Like, I mean, I know Meghan Markle and her husband are leaving, and that's just I think indicative of just that it's an archaic thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like celebrities anymore. You know, they get carpets rolled out for them as well, and that's offensive too. But yeah, I mean, that thing can't last forever.
It's always been the case that the royals have had a little bit of controversy around them, I suppose. You know, Harry and Meghan aren't by far the first to leave, and you know, Harry's far enough away from the the main position that it won't really disrupt a huge amount.
Hey, Tristan's
like
answering
Charles,
me. I'm listening.
If Charles suddenly decided he wanted to leave, that might be a bit of a different story.
Sure, but I mean, like, his brain ain't elastic anymore. He ain't gonna be leaving. I mean,
no,
I wouldn't leave if I was a royal. I would like suck it all up. That the sex thing, procuring the underage whores, that's not a good look for them either.
Oh, Prince Andrew, who refuses to that's so his hand too. What the hell? And he refuses to answer any questions because he knows the minute he leaves the UK, he's going to be arrested, right?
Hopefully.
With that said, he has more immunity in the US to crime, like more diplomatic immunity in the US than he does here in Australia.
Yeah, y'all are a mixed match, I guess.
We really after the history there is that. Where are you?
I'm back here at the train station. I'm gonna go see this fence. That's probably built out of guilt too. The lack of immunity that y'all have.
No, well, so what it is World War One. We were forced into that war. We didn't want to go into that war. We had no intention of being part of that war. But back in those days, up until the end of World War One,
who compelled y'all to fight wars?
Very subservient. The Queen could at that point, right?
Okay.
At that point, Britain could say, do this, and we had no choice. Well,
you had to have some autonomy in order to get free of that, at least. Y'all voted that away?
Then we had this. We voted everything away. So we're very much largely a monarchy only in name.
Go on, have yourself a quick nosy.
It would be great if we could just change our Governor General for a president, and that would be fantastic. That said, I'd like to vote directly for a president instead of having a 2/3 majority of Parliament decide on them.
We don't vote directly on our president. We have a republic.
You
guys
vote for the president, right?
No, I mean,
sort of. Polling booths and...
Yeah, we do, but it's not like I think it's our senators. I could be mistaken. Maybe it's our representatives.
That's right.
But we basically say what we want, and then our representatives are supposed to do what we say, but they're not bound to it.
Yeah, it's like it's the political Congress or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's Congress or the Senate one, I think. I think Congress is the representatives, like there's a lot more of them, and they're kind of like a lower class. They're not like individually, they're not as wealthy as the senators. The senators are all the same. I think the the representatives, like California has a lot more representatives than, say, Idaho, because it's bound to population. But everybody gets 2 senators. Every state gets 2 senators, no matter what. And I think they have more power.
Is it called the Electoral College?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it's called the Electoral College.
Yeah, I've never felt so good. I've never felt so good about living in a swing state. Like my state, pretty much, no matter what's going on, my state's always going to vote in the Republican, because everybody here, there's enough of a majority of Republicans to where it's just counted on. Like, we're a red state, and then there are some states like, say, California, that are blue states, and they have enough population that's consistently Democrat to where those people are going to pick the Democrat. I've never really been happy about living in a state that's kind of locked in, because it means my vote, if I want a Republican, doesn't really matter, because no matter what I vote, enough of my fellow Louisianians are going to vote red to where my state's going red. It's not a popular vote. But with the Bernie Sanders going against Donald Trump, I've never been so happy that my vote doesn't really count. Because if I had to really pick between them and it mattered, my stomach would be in knots. Because they're both, in my mind, just garbage, like in different ways. And I swore an oath to myself to always vote against whatever party is in power. But I did that knowing that it doesn't really matter. My state's always going to go red.
To me, that's a really weird, a really weird concept, that you guys sort of treat politics like a team that you belong to.
Well, come on. That's what politics
there's a red
is.
State and a blue state.
Well, there are a couple purple states. And I think Trump actually took some blue states for the first time in, my living memory. Like the Rust Belt, where we used to have our factories, that's how he won. Like where our factories used to be, they call it the Rust Belt. And because there's no more factories now, and there's a lot of poverty and a lot of drug addiction. They've always been blue. And Hillary Clinton just took it for granted that since they've always been blue, they were going to vote for her. And she didn't even campaign over there. She didn't dump any money into it. And when it came down to it, I think most of the Rust Belt went for Donald Trump, and that was what put him in the presidency.
Yeah, that's the way that it should always work, right? It should never be a foregone conclusion. You shouldn't be able to look at a state and go, well, we've got a red state over here and a blue state over there, and we can just take them for granted.
Sure, and it shows you that things can change. You should pander. You absolutely need to pander.
I mean, for us, I don't know whether it's the same in the US, but for us, we have local candidates. So, we live in an electorate, and that electorate has its own candidate. Maybe Tristan, when he joins in, might be able to read.
Oh, he definitely understands he definitely understands our political system a lot better than I do. He doesn't know half as much as he thinks he does, but he understands that a lot more than I do.
For us, it's very much about we have a local candidate who is for a particular electorate. They're supposed to live inside of that electorate as well, although they don't always nowadays. And
they have to at least maintain a home there, right?
They don't anymore. They used to, but they don't anymore. That's a new thing, because again, we've taken our eye off the ball. People aren't listening. The new generation doesn't really understand Australian politics. They understand more about US politics than they do ours.
They want to be us.
Sad.
Well, it is very sad, but I think they recognize real. I mean, they must think that we're the best.
I don't think that's it. I think that it's more that they're always outraged. They get caught up. those things and they're unhappy with them, and they think that they apply to us when they don't. We don't have police shootings. Like, police shootings are rare, very rare. They're so rare that, I mean, we had one a couple of days ago, and it is national news.
Yeah, I bet.
Everyone's reporting on this one cop shooting, and it was a justified shooting.
Oh, you mean when a cop kills a citizen? I thought you meant like when a citizen kills cops.
No. When a cop shoots somebody.
Yeah, that don't make the news for us, but it makes the news whenever a citizen kills a cop. Like a year or two ago, we had like a rash, like within 1 year. Then it kind of died down, but we had at least 3 sets of a citizen laying an ambush, drawing police to them, and then assassinating the cops. One of them was with a sniper rifle from a tower, specifically for police.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, I gotta step away for just a second because my wife's about to arrive, and I'm gonna need to receive her. But I want to stay in, and I believe Tristan is going to join us. He is already in the game, and I sent him a posse. Hopefully, he will.
Okay, cool.
He will go hot with his mic. But in any case, you should be able to hear him, even if the world and the record won't. Try to convince him to do that for us.
I'm good.
All right, I'll be back shortly. In fact, there she is. Okay, I'll be back.
Let's go and find Tristan. Oh, get out of the rain. Get out of the rain. Man, it's blowing a gale. Bounty. For everyone listening, I also want to say that Chris was wrong. We don't have a plateau in the middle of Australia. He thought the Western plateau was the plateau.
And we're back. Hey, TJ. I got a text message from Tristan. Can you hear me? Are you with me?
I'm with you. Yes. Can you invite him to the party chat? He wants to join.
Yes, but he wants to invite us into his posse so we can run a wagon for him, and we'll get money and experience for it. It's a good deal. So he's going to invite us. We should join his posse, and we'll just spawn over to his camp. You remember how to do it? No, I'm not surprised. I think they're a little bit behind with the tech, the way they operate. Not necessarily the tech they sell, but the way they operate their stores. I think they're kind of a holdover from another time. All right, let's see if I got an invite. Oh, wait, let me invite him to the party first. I think it's called Petty. Petty party or petty gang. Okay, his invitation to the party is set.
Do you know that US Target has a section just for DVDs and Blu-rays?
No,
a big box store over in the US.
Walmart? Okay, I'm joining his posse. You should do it too. Walmart is a big box store. Like you said, Target. I guess that's almost it.
I don't have an invite.
Just go. Hey, Tristan. I joined the posse. I'm spooling now into it. And TJ is struggling with getting into the posse.
I don't have an invite. Have you invited me?
The invite should bring him to the world, because I wasn't in your world. Okay, you can go to friends, go to your posse list, and then I think it's your L1 or R1 bumper, and move from players nearby to friends, and they should all be in white, and that should allow you to invite him.
Walmart has a section just for DVDs and Blu-rays too.
Yeah, I guess they're not killed off yet, but it's coming.
It should come. I haven't brought a DVD. Well, I've never brought a Blu-ray. I've not brought a DVD in more than a decade.
Oh yeah, me neither. Why would you? Why would anybody? Mama's in the back. Give her space.
Well, tell that
Some people like to have physical media.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Can you please wait? I'm sorry, say that again?
Some people like to have physical media, I guess.
But those people are got to be fewer every year.
I mean, vinyl made a comeback. Tapes are making a comeback.
Vinyl made a comeback, but isn't it just like a bunch of like snooty jerks that... I don't think that's a lot of people, is it?
It's the tail end of Gen Y, and it's the rest of Gen Z who are all about tangibility. They want something physical.
Okay. Hey, did you get your invite yet?
Haven't got an invite.
Well, I mean, you can make that argument, but if your mic's not hot, no one's ever going to hear it.
Yeah, make your mic hot.
No, I didn't hear it. Hey, did you invite TJ?
I don't have an invite. Oh, wait, yes I do.
Why are you so resistant to it, Tristan? Letting your mic go hot. What if he stopped doing that? Well, it breaks my heart. I think TJ's very disappointed in it too. But I can't speak for him.
The mic to go hot as well. But I think we should, if we have a doc and we just stick the topic mainly in the doc, we should be okay, right?
He said he wants you to go hot as well, and that we could write down topics and then we could stick to them. And I like to think that I keep my word, and like, you don't have to even answer anything that I ever asked. But I would definitely try to be respectful of you if you did go hot. Yeah.
Because I'm here.
Hey, he's with us.
Can you hear me?
Oh, join the posse, TJ. Or yeah, you should be able to invite him,
did.
Tristan.
I thought I joined the posse. No?
Let's see. No, not yet. But you should be able to invite him now that he's next to us.
I got an invite. I clicked on invite and...
Do it again. Do it again.
And it brought me here.
No, I'm telling TJ. Join again.
I joined.
All right.
What's wrong with your computer?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry that that's going on with you.
Call me after the stream and I hope you fix it. If you get it's just, well, hold on, it's just a boot loop, right? What's happening when it's just... What stage does it get to? Does it get to the Windows loading screen, or does it get past? Does it post? Does it?
Hey, can we run some shine while y'all are talking about this? Yeah.
I'm not exactly clear on what I'm doing.
You just need to like run Overwatch. If anyone comes near us, we kill them. I mean, no, if anyone attacks us or is aggressive with us, we engage them.
Okay, I like the idea of this so far.
That'd be better. Yeah, you should ride with him, TJ.
Where's the cart?
It hasn't spawned yet, but he's about to spawn it.
Oh, okay. Because you all just disappeared.
That's because he's setting it up.
I mean, everyone disappeared. I'm just at a camp by myself.
I can see you. Hey, Tristan, I started using my bolt. It's a lot more effective. My bolt action, it's a lot more effective. I've always carried a repeater and a shotgun, but now I'm carrying a bolt and a repeater. Just because I've taken a couple of kills from people who were outside my range, and I felt raw about it, so I cleaned it up a little bit. Get in the wagon, TJ. Ah, yeah.
Does it get past? Does it get to the Windows loading screen? Does it say, you know, like the Windows logo, or does it? But today it's not.
How old is the system?
Past post? Does it post? Does it get to the point where it runs that initial UEFI startup sequence? You know, it'll say like keyboard's okay, RAM's okay, that sort of stuff.
Maybe it's Windows.
And when you
You should cloud that stuff
go
if you
into
do
the
get it
BIOS.
out, Tristan.
when you go into the BIOS, so the UEFI, it'll just stay there forever. It never runs down. It's not a power problem. It might be. It's your. I don't know. We'll run some tests after the stream. If you download Streamer, I can call you for free, and we can.
It's happening. He said okay. I'm so happy. Aren't you happy, TJ?
I'm very happy.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to
Make
bounce
that-
after this to go and like be present with my wife. She's keeping me with a wife, which I'm easier because she's with me. Besides, she pays for the internet. That's allowing us to get together here. And like, my commitment is 2 hours every Monday, 5 to 7. But I gotta maintain this marriage. Well, it's not so much the kids, but they're gonna love me no matter what I do. I could make any choices, they're gonna love me.
Really? You'll just do that?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Mine don't just do that.
they do. They might they might be damaged, but they'd still love me, even if they probably shouldn't. But I mean, I'm their caretaker, TJ. I've been here every day, day in, day out since they were born. all day, every day. I wake them up, I put them down, I take care of them when they don't feel good. I campaign for them to have, you know, things that their mother may not want to give them, you know, things that might be dangerous or fun. So I'm all set with them.
Did you teach them that Australia has a plateau in the middle of it?
No, I did not. I did not.
That's good.
Because it doesn't.
Right. It's in the west. I don't know where I saw or read that. I must be thinking of something else. Maybe it's Tasmania. Maybe Tasmania has, whatever it is, it's like a big island, and it has air currents, or the wind systems around it have eroded the north, south, east, and west, and kind of swirled of this landmass, whatever it is.
You mean Antarctica?
Gosh, maybe.
Because Antarctica has a gigantic plateau in the middle of it.
I don't know what I mean. Like, I really...
We've just got mountain ranges down the east coast and mountain ranges down the west coast, and the middle's just flat.
Okay. I was reading yesterday that Tasmania used to be part of the North American continent, or they think it was. But it hasn't, like, its journey has not always been with Australia. I mean, if you even believe in that, you know, continental drift stuff, which I personally believe in it.
I mean, do people not believe in it? I mean, I guess people don't.
Well, sure. There's people that believe the dinosaur bones were put in the earth as a test of faith by God. People believe in all kinds of wackadoo stuff. It's fun. It's fun to believe in weird stuff. I believe in a lot of crazy stuff. I believe in stuff I can't even reconcile. Well, let's save that for our next week, because I don't want to get started and have to quit, because I like talking about the crazy stuff I believe in. And I've only...
Do you believe in any crazy stuff, Tristan? Do you believe in any crazy stuff? Chris was saying he believes in crazy stuff.
See, he doesn't know what... That's not... I'll play the game, TJ, but it'll have to be Monday. I'm a kook. I can't even reconcile half the stuff I believe in. Yeah, I don't see my money, but I got 17 in experience, and I know I did get some money. Okay, I've got to go. TJ, it was a pleasure, man. I'm looking forward to next week. Tristan, shame on you for being so late. And I'll see you fellas later.
Tristan, I'll give you a call, and if you get through, Mara, I'll give you a call and we can fix your computer. Okay, cool.
Goodbye, fellas.
Bye. Good.